All right, everybody, welcome back to Cheer Chatter Podcast. I am Shaquesta, Naisha,
Kamisha.
Shira, and today we have a special guest. So we're going to start off our coaching series where we're going to actually interview coaches throughout the entire state of Florida. We're not focusing on South Florida anymore. We're actually going outside of South Florida, and we're going to be interviewing and talking to and getting the tea with some of these coaches for the upcoming, well, actually the past season and the upcoming season. So today we have a high school competitive cheer coach, Victor Reaves from Broward County. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thank you. Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Hey, Victor.
Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
So, Victor, what's
Yes.
been up with you?
Just same as usual, studying cheerleading. I've been since the season ended, I've been to cheer sport in Atlanta. I'm halfway through rereading the rule book again, even though they're about to put out a new one. I still kind of like the verbiage is always crazy, so it takes several reads sometimes. So and just watching videos. I just watched NCAA nationals, the college competition, and FAMU just competed. Well, all the colleges. So just trying to see my
Like,
vision for next season.
I forgot you a rattler like me.
Yes, yes, it's in me. I can't help it. It's all day, everywhere I go. Everywhere I go.
As I roll eye.
Ah,
Oh, she's a wildcat.
oh, I mean, sorry.
Mother Mary taught us to love everybody, including rattlers. And that's what we're gonna do. So,
So, anywho, Victor, tell us a little
Mhm.
bit about your cheer story and how you got started off in cheer.
And
Ooh.
wait, before you start, I want you to tell the real story. I want you to tell I want you to tell the real
No,
story.
I'm gonna tell y'all. My start in Chile, and I actually was in cleats and pads.
Thank you.
At Western Tigers. I don't know if everyone knows. Well, y'all cheer for Dillon, so y'all know Isaiah.
Yes.
He was my sister's cheerleading coach when I was playing football, and mind blowing, like mind blowing. He was amazing. So it was there.
I was just talked about him in my cheer story earlier because we were in high school and middle school together, but my junior year he actually coached.
hmm
So go
That
ahead. I don't want to cut
he
you off.
it's like if you're around our age, you should know Isaiah Brown.
Yeah,
Like
absolutely.
you should know him. He was like no exaggeration, a hero to me. Like confident. Like he was confident. He was out there. He loved Chile, and then he ain't care what nobody had to say. So like even though I couldn't cheer, I used to be cheering. Like I used to be doing toe touches. Like and my sister gonna kill me, but like I used to be picking on her because my toe touch was better than hers, and she was the cheerleader. So I used to just be like, "Girl, just go play football." Like you know. But I actually didn't cheer until who was the first person that allowed me? It was Coach Sue, if y'all remember her from Lauderhill, Larry Mama.
Yes.
I cheered with them. I cheered with Coach Josh,
Mhm.
but never really competed. So I feel like I don't like to tell people that I did All Star because I never really got the chance to experience like the All Star life like that. After that, as soon as I graduated high school, I did exactly what Isaiah did. I coached. Nobody really knows this. I coached at Coconut Creek High School because my cousin, it was her senior year. She was 1 year behind me. And she was like, listen, we need help. So I went and I coached them. So like a lot of the people don't know that. I coached them and then I went to FAMU. I cheered at FAMU. I came back. I coached at Fort Lauderdale Hurricanes. That was when I started at Hurricanes. It's usually family involved. Like my little cousin was starting cheering, so I went to coach her with Coach Daphne, who coaches at BA.
Okay.
Um, After that, I cheered for the WNBA in Atlanta.
Oh, okay.
I did that for like 2.5 years. that was an experience, but it was mostly dance. So it wasn't something that I was willing to stick around and do. And then it's just been coaching ever since.
You
Nice.
cheer that fan, right?
I cheered that film. Yeah, I cheered that film. Dang, I'm gonna tell my age.
What is it?
2008.
I remember you cheering that film, but you cheer competitively at film too, right?
hmm
I want to say they used to put you in the stunt.
hmm That's why. That's why I always tell people like I don't yell at people and like even flyers. Like I always have to tell my flyers like, girl, I'm not telling you nothing that I don't know. Like I flew, I back spot, I based, I front spot. I was just a tumbler. I've touched every part of the mat, of every part of a routine. So it's like I'm always trying to speak from experience when I coach.
So,
But yeah, like kick doubles was my thing at FAMU.
okay, okay, for the kids.
I already knew that. I just wanted you to expand on that for the people so they'll understand
Mm.
where really coming from.
Yeah. Chill, it's in me, man.
Clearly.
Okay. Share his life.
So, where are you currently coaching cheerleading right now?
Still at Fort Lauderdale Hurricanes, Fort Lauderdale All Stars. Even though I had to take this season off to come be in Atlanta. And then I'm no longer at Stranahan. I'll be at Plantation High School this year.
Okay.
Okay.
Looking forward to that.
They had
And
a
I'm sure I'm gonna get some heat for, cheerleading coaches can't go to different schools, but football coaches can jump around every year if they want to. I don't care. Creative differences,
Exactly.
and I'm where I'm at now. So
I know during the season, I don't know if you want to expand on that, but during the season a lot of people were asking where you and your team was Stranahan.
Correct.
hmm
So just to kind of fill them in as much as you
this
can. Um
girl, it got crazy.
NBA just look.
Um, so without okay, so let's start here. It was some miscommunications. I know y'all should know that you have to get certified to be a coach.
Correct.
And one of my certifications had lapsed.
Mhm.
So I had to redo it. And until it was cleared, I had to stay away. I couldn't even go to practice. I couldn't do anything. I missed like 2 or 3 games. Like I couldn't do anything.
Right.
That sparked drama. Um, so some of the girls felt like I quit on them because I'm not a person where I kind of tell everybody my business. So like I'm gonna tell y'all like, okay, something going on right now. I can't practice. Y'all have to practice with Coach Jonathan, who was the other coach. I can't make it to the games, whatever. That was just that. It was told to me that at a game, one of the parents had looked up my record, like, oh, why he can't be here around the girls and that, like making it more than what it was.
Right.
So that started a whole nother thing. And then on the back end, the girls was like feuding with each other, honey. I'm talking about several fights with each other. And the blame kept being pointed at me. Like I heard some parents saying like, oh, it's too much drama on that team. And it's like, they y'all kids. Why
Right.
don't y'all stop the drama? How do you, I'm with them 2 hours a day at practice. How am I supposed to stop it? And most of the drama is about boys.
Boys.
That's
So
all
if you're going to allow your daughter to date, and they all dating the same football, basketball players, that y'all know how it goes.
right.
There was a fight. At kind of towards the beginning of the year, the principal and the assistant principal came in, and they said, if this happens again, then y'all season is canceled. Like I'm giving y'all another chance because they spoke with me. We came to agreement. Like, listen, it wasn't everybody. It was 2 people. The first fight, it was 2 girls.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So then I started working at Stranahan. I was doing IS, internal suspension. But when all the stuff started going down, it was like a lot of stuff happening at the same time. So when everything, my mom is sick. So when my mom started getting worse, I called out of work one Friday and came up here. It was a whole like drag out fight at Stranahan.
Oh,
I'm talking
Li-
about all
Like and it was all cheerleaders,
cheerleaders,
Oh, wow.
all cheerleaders.
whole team.
wow. Wow.
So the principal did what she said she was gonna do. Now, what I don't like is she never said a word to me. To this day, I have not talked to the principal.
Wow.
Wow.
She never. So that's where it gets a little messy because I was communicating with the assistant principal, and even he didn't tell me. The athletic director called me, and then he was like, "Let me check on that." So I guess he asked the principal. He was like, "Oh yeah, she canceled your season." So I was like, "Well, I don't know why y'all keep calling me, asking me to come do internal suspension. I don't want to work there no more. Like, if I ain't have no chance." For some people, like, okay, yeah, we still got basketball season. I'm all right with coaching, but no, if I'm not competing, like, it's kind of pointless for me because my I don't want my success to come off of if the basketball team make the states or if the football team make the states. Like, I want us to make it the states.
Gotcha.
So that was that. It was a whole bunch of stuff. And then so once she canceled the season, it was nothing else. Like, we couldn't go to competition. So,
There was no point.
and that's not the reason why I'm not going back to Stranahan either. So I don't want people to be like, "Oh, they canceled the season. He just hit it." No, that's not the reason. They reposted the job while I was up here with my mama. But then they called me. But see, me, I'm a nosy person. So I'm always, I don't know why I do stuff like this, but like some days I just go on Apple Track Browser and just be looking at the positions that they got. Cause I don't know. And I seen it. So I'm like, no, Strahan head coach position. Okay. Like I remember when they just did this last year when they wanted me to replace Coach Johnson.
Gotcha.
So now I'm
Place,
seeing a pattern.
place you.
Fast forward to like last week, I found out that the AD is the athletic director is the new coach. So I mean, not athletic director. I'm sorry, one of the assistant principals is the coach. If they wanted the position, they should have just been saying that.
Is
You
that even
can.
allowed?
It's a stipend.
Oh, okay.
It's a stipend. Yeah, you can do it. It ain't it.
Just a stipend for that particular person. So
Well, we don't have
anybody,
time.
somebody signs up. To
Well,
do
that
it.
that that AP must not be over athletics.
Correct.
She's not. She's over 12th graders or 12th grade, I think, or something like that.
Now it makes more sense.
But if you have any,
I would love for people to know though, like, hey, some of those girls on that team I've coached since they was at Hurricane. So like I love them. Like it's not like, oh fuck running here. When I see them, we going at it. I'm sorry, I ain't mean to cuss y'all. Can I cuss? Okay. Um, I'm like, it ain't like we finna be beefing. Like it's not gonna be Stranahan versus Plantation beef. It's not that. Some of them girls are still like junior coaches at Hurricane. Someone, you get what I'm saying? So it's not like I'm gonna be like, oh, forget Stranahan. It's not because those still my babies. Like I still love them. Like I ain't never finna say forget Stranahan. If they win that shit, I'm gonna cheer for them. Like if when we go to competition, I'm gonna make my team go and sit down on the floor and cheer for them because that's what we need in Fort Lauderdale.
Correct.
You are
You
absolutely
are absolutely.
correct.
We were literally talking about that when we did our state recap and feedback. Realized that with 1A, the vibe is totally different. The
Mm-hmm.
level of support and cheer that entire arena gives to the entire 1A is totally different from 2A.
From 2A. And then, not to play the race card, but literally, this white schools,
Absolutely.
buses, buses of their football team, their basketball team, they band, bitch, the parents, everybody. I swear to God, the first year I went to state, I just didn't know what to do. Like, y'all, these people had signs, borders, some daughters' faces like bigger than their body,
Shanahan
paint,
is 1A.
Correct.
painting their face half red, half like cheering for cheerleading.
Mhm.
So,
yeah, that
mhm.
was our experience as well.
Absolutely.
When we went to the 1A last year, it was like, wait a minute, this what we've been
And
doing?
so
Yeah, like
that's what I've been at for the last 4 years because Stranahan is 1A. So it's just,
Yeah,
because
mhm.
Nassau did it for us this year.
they
Mhm.
But
did.
Oh, girl, they do it every year. They
They
do it every year, baby.
they definitely bring energy. They
Hmm.
definitely bring your energy. So
Absolutely.
we reposted that video.
But Diller as well, though, and that's the one black school that I do appreciate. Win, lose, the draw, y'all be there for them.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I like that. Have y'all ever, like, I've tried to get one year Strahan alumni came while I was coaching at homecoming, but they don't come to like my old cheerleaders who I coached while I was at Strahan. They'll come back to competitions, and I get it. People live their life, they got their life, whatever. But if you know when you was on the team, you needed that same support. Why not be the person to support the next
Absolutely.
people?
It's hard for your girls because your girls, when they graduated and they went off to college, so them coming back is a bit harder. Maybe if you had stayed, a little longer, now you got the ones that graduated coming.
Hmm.
Um,
And but even the parents though, like I just feel like
well, if you think about Stranahan doesn't really have a strong alumni base, where
there
it
we go.
does.
But he was saying
Um,
like parents, even the parents don't
oh,
show
you
up.
talking
My
about?
they don't.
Well, I
Oh,
mean,
Parents
that's
don't
across
show
the
up.
What is you crazy? The same people all the time. I can name them on my hand.
yeah. But that's across the board. And a lot of the black schools here in South Florida, they don't have a strong parental support system in terms.
Not for chili, and they don't care.
Now they may have, a mama or a daddy here and there, but they don't have a strong
Hmm.
parental
I think that's
backing.
absolutely
It's crazy.
insane to
But that's
me.
but that's in all
You should be your
sports.
child's
Not
biggest
just cheerleading,
cheerleader.
that's in all sports.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's
it's
in
It
all
is. It
your
is, but it's real bad in chili because they don't see the benefits.
child to participate in something and you not be there. Think about how that child feels looking into the stands and not seeing their like
I
that's
was one of them kids. Like, love my mama down, but never came to see me cheer. One game when I cheered for the WNBA, she came, but my mom's not into stuff like that. So she literally was in the stands reading a book. So like, it's just like it ain't her thing. So she was a track coach. Most people know my mom from being her day track coach back home. She was a track coach. So if I was running track, I think it would have been different.
yeah.
I just it's crazy that you have to do what your parents love for them to support you. That's insane to me, but that's a whole nother topic for
Yeah, lead them people parents alone because I ain't nobody parents, so I'm gonna stay off of that one.
So, being that you are now transitioning from Stranahan to now Plantation,
Mhm.
what are some of your dreams and goals for the cheer program and your cheer team and the direction in which you want to take them? Because Plantation
So
has been a strong competition team in the past few years. So, what's your dreams? What's your goals?
They've been improving though.
They've
They
been
have.
improving.
So the conversation, I'll start with the conversation that me and the coach that's resigning had. She kind of just said like, I want someone who's gonna take them to the next level because they've been improving. She just wanted them to get there, and she trusts that I can get them there, and also I do. Um, like, oh, that was when we was on the phone. I learned that Stranahan, and so that's why I think that a lot of coaches get the big head and they think they're too good to learn.
Mm.
I learned the whole time, like what to do, and I'm still learning what to do, what not to do, how is it? Because remember, I'm coming from Little League. It's not that many rules and stuff like it is for high school. So it's just something I had to adapt to. So I think transitioning from Stranahan to Plantation, I'm more confident. Um, I have a vision now. I say at Stranahan, a lot of times it was more go with the flow, like off the top of my head, like, come on, y'all, let's go. I just had this idea. Now I'm starting to write everything down and strategically plan it out, like formation, stunts, taking choreography differently, trying to learn every aspect of cheer. I'm really, really big in trying to learn how to produce music just to like make mixes and stuff. I'm kind of tired of using cheer sounds because they only give you what they give you.
Mhm.
I don't want to be given that. I want my I know what I want my routine to sound like. In me, when I choreograph a routine, I need the music first. And a lot of people say they don't know how that works. But for me, I like to get my music first and I like to go with everything on the music. But some people like to build their music around their routine. So I
That's
can do both. I just prefer the other way. But I just think that I'm more focused now.
Way I like
And
music first, then build off the music.
I think it makes the routine a little more special
Okay.
for me at least. But yeah, I think that I have more of a focus going into this transition. I think that I'm more. I've been planning more, and I've learned and I've matured a lot. Being able to grow as a coach is important
Mhm.
because, like, I'm telling you, I just think that people get, oh, I'm a coach now, and shit, nobody could tell me. I never was like that. Like I always like to learn. Like I always, Sade, how many questions I ask a day?
a lot. But that's something we talked about as well. Like some of the coaches that have been coaches for so long, they get complacent, and instead of growing as a team, it's like you're stagnant because you've been okay with winning with what you had, but
Hmm.
now times are changing. So it's like how
Times are changing, kids are changing.
with the
It's
times.
it is, and then the skills are changing for everybody. I
Um,
don't know if people paying attention to Little League, but
Mhm.
the score sheet, girl, like it's getting harder. So that's why people be like, we work our team too hard or we expect too much. No, like we're reading the score sheet and we're reading what the judges are asking us for. And we're trying our best to do it. So it's like it's just harder. It's harder. Like I swear, sometimes I look at like tryout season is real big for me for colleges. Sometimes I just randomly, whenever I go on my story or I go on my page and I see somebody having tryouts, I just repost it. I don't know who gonna ever need it, but I like it and I like to see the requirements because then it tells me as a coach for high school how to push my high school girls to the next level. High school coach, it tells me how to push the little league girls to the next level. But I can guarantee you, and y'all will see this year, my girls are trained to go. Those girls that came from our 13U, a few of them made Dillard.
Mm.
You'll see it. It's a way I teach them the score sheet. I teach them how to look at the rules, how to look, you get what I'm saying? What the judges look for. So I try to prepare them because everybody's not going to go and be a great cheerleader in college, but maybe they can coach, maybe they can help out. Maybe you could just be a choreographer and make you some money while you're in college. Who knows? But if you don't love cheerleading, I ain't the coach for you.
So, how was the transition for you coaching Little League and then the difference with Little League and high school? How was that transition for you?
because a lot of people don't
Because
understand
some
that
of these
transition.
people making that transition, it can stay behind.
Especially
Yeah,
after that first, maybe the first 2, 3
the
seasons.
first minute.
It is a high school is a beast. Competition season alone is a beast for high school. Like I think people only think we do states and BCA or something, but I don't think they know like we do minis. You can go to nationals. You can like it's a lot, and we have to do it. And now they adding like head to head. It's just it's a lot. I was not prepared. Like it's hard because you can it's so much stuff that just it's so many restrictions. So at first a big issue was and see I think it just depends on your athletic director. So let me say this first. If you're gonna jump into because a lot of people have been DMing me about oh how can I coach a high school like they just want everybody just want to coach high school now. Cool. Great. We need the representation. Fine. However, know where you're going. Know the atmosphere. Like find out who the athletic director is and how they feel about the cheerleaders or if they treat all sports equally. I've been at Stranahan was an uphill battle. Like I felt like, and I told him this, so I'm fine saying this because we had a meeting, we had a million meetings over there. It was just from my first day. Coach Jonathan and the admin didn't get along.
Mm.
Never, never since day one. So I felt like I was coming in to a toxic relationship. So much so it got childish sometimes. Like the old AD, he would like know he's supposed to talk to her, communicate with her, but he'll come and tell me stuff to tell her, and she'd be like, "Well, why?" Like it just was a lot. It was a lot. I haven't had a year at Stranahan that was just a go there, coach Chili, and then be good, like and be fine. So like a lot of times people like y'all did so good, like every year, like y'all did good, like Stranahan looked good. It was so much going on, like to the point of we literally practice on concrete most times, like on the patio. We don't have nowhere to roll our 8 mats. Like we practice on our mats in the back in the grass area in the dark before. Like we don't the gym. Girl, first is basketball, 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 volleyball, and if it's raining, sometimes other sports get to take precedence. Like they get the gym. You get what I'm saying? So it was like it was a fight to even get somewhere to practice. So like sometimes people don't understand. Like as somebody who loves chili, and that stuff takes a toll on you.
Absolutely.
I was fighting everybody, like to the point. Even the what's this fucking man job title at that? What's the people name that fix you up when you're hurt at the school? The
Yeah.
trainers, the trainer people, personal trainer. To the fact that this man was literally talking about me with kids, with the kids, the other trainers, the football team. Like he was literally like, it was so messy. Like I literally got into it with this man at school. Like I had to go around there like, hey, like I don't know what's going on. Y'all not finna keep trying my cheerleaders and whatever you got feel about me, like say it now. Like it was an issue. So like, yeah, I always smile and I always look happy at the games. But thinking back now, I kind of wish like I just was done a long time ago. It was stressful. It was stressful, and cheerleading shouldn't be that stressful. It's cheer. It should be cheerful. Like you trying to boost the spirits of the fans and the this and the that, and it's like nobody really liked the cheerleaders at Stranahan. I guess that was the issue. So we just was always it always felt isolated. Every sport kind of hated us. Um, the trainers hated us. Like if somebody got hurt, girl, sometimes I kid you not, I would tell them just wait till you get home. Don't even go around there. Like, don't even go to the trainer. Like
That's terrible.
it was toxic. So
And it's interesting that it is that way, being that they brought so many state titles back to the school.
well
That's
see the difference is they respected Miss Sylvia.
Mm,
ah
They respected her. She was the head coach, her and Ruben.
right.
Really, she was the coach there. She was like the head security or whatever. They respected her. She was able to be a security at the school. Like she was doing all that. They didn't give the same respect to Coach Jonathan once Miss Sylvia and Ruben left.
That's crazy.
So
yeah.
it was like so sometimes like even me and Miss Jonathan we bumped heads a lot because when you coach with somebody, of course you have differences. But I love her and I respect her always because of the fact that she really did get a shit end of the stick. Like for one, she didn't want to be there anymore. She wanted to retire a long time ago, but she just felt like she would be giving up on the kids. And since she was the one that, because at first I was like, no, I'm not working at no Stranahan. Like I'm not working at a high school. No. So she felt like she had to stay there because she was a connection between the school and, she could pull the grades. She could do all this and do all that and write there to make copies and the facts off field trip forms when it's time for competition. So like a lot of times people say like she don't do nothing, but she did a lot. And so even admin used to be like they just didn't like her. They just didn't like her. And so like they used to feel like it was conversations where they wanted her gone. They wanted I'm not a hostile takeover kind of person. So I was never gonna say, I'm the new head coach, you gotta go. And I think that's what they expected. But I wouldn't do it. Like I wasn't gonna just
But it's
get rid of that lady.
to do it. At the end of the day, that's not your job.
And then that.
I'm trying to understand how the people in leadership can't
It,
do that.
it's a it's a lot going on over there, baby. And
I don't even
I'm
think
just
they're being honest.
We got our stories we can tell.
We got our stories too that we can definitely share, but no.
so I'm glad kind of like I love Shanahan. Yes, I was excited because like I said, I've been playing it. So at first my plans were for Shanahan until, whatever happened. So I still wish them the best luck. I don't know. I haven't heard anything. Oh, they did have tryouts and stuff like that, but I don't know how it's looking. I'm not like I feel like people think that I'm gonna snatch all my girls and bring them to the plantation or tell them don't cheer for the new coaches. I'm not like that. I love cheerleading, cheer. If most of them girls, that was their outlet. That was the only good thing they had going on at all. So it's like I would never do that, but the best of luck to the program. I hope it thrives though, and maybe I'm thinking maybe since now the coaches lady that's a teacher and then the AD, maybe they'll be treated better.
One could only hope.
I do hope. I do hope they finally get the respect because and then this is another thing that people never understood. The girls that cheer at Stranahan are not like a lot of these girls before not even only before me, even when I was there, a lot of them wasn't little league girls. They literally had never cheered before. So it's like, and then
That a lot too.
so it's like we're training. Like I'm legit training. I had this year, what, two flyers that was returning, Janaya and Carmen. That was it. But I still had a full squad and I still was working and it still was in the return like that. You get what I'm saying? We was gonna work, and if I had to dumb it down, I would have did it. I know how to do it. But it's just like you get the cards you dealt and you play the game how you can play the game, and I did the best I could with what was given to me. Like the situation, not the girls. The situation. I love my cheerleaders. Like some of them grew into some really good cheerleaders. Like if you've seen them their freshman year to like now, you would be like, dang, I never expected her to be like that girl.
Okay, so
So
let's take a pause.
mhm.
Serious. Let's take a pause, get a little sip.
Mhm.
Glasses up. Glasses up. Let's take a little pause.
Wait, do I even
everybody.
have?
That's what you've been sipping through my
She done drink.
Yes. That's what it's supposed to be
So
done.
we're gonna go ahead and take a little toast here for one. We're gonna say rest in peace to Isaiah.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Isaiah.
Definitely he is definitely missed.
Cheerleader fish. That's
Yeah.
his name.
Cheerleader fish.
That's his name.
Yes.
I remember
And
when,
you know what's funny? A lot of people in the gay world know Isaiah about cheerleader fish. And so once he passed, some people had started calling me like little cheerleader fish or like just look, and it used to make me so happy. And like people never understood.
Y'all kind of give me the same vibe.
Yeah,
They
y'all
do.
Slightly.
They do.
They do.
I take that.
I,
I will take that.
y'all are
Like
kind of like one in the same.
I'm-
you have to understand. I tried to emulate his cheer career. Like I was my freshman year, I did go to Diller. Just so happened they kicked me out after the first semester, but I was planning to be a Diller cheerleader.
But look, I'm gonna speak from actually watching, him in practice. He literally runs his practice and acts exactly how Isaiah would have acted. Like how Isaiah used to come through practice and used to do his little thing, have his hand on his hip. Like Victor does the same exact thing. So it's funny that he says, they are so much alike
I'm
because
trying to think of it was something Isaiah used to say in practice all the time. I cannot think of what it is. Oh my God. I'm gonna think of it. I'm gonna bring it back up. But it was something he used to
I
say
just y'all
all
have to understand that's like my cheer hero. Like I don't think I would be. Dang, I never even thought about this like this, but I don't know if seeing representation matters. Let's just say
yes.
seeing him really changed a lot of me. Because at first I thought I was gonna be FAMU drum major. That was my path until I met Isaiah. Honestly, because my family used to take trips and we used to go to the classic every year. FAMU drum major, baby. I was crazy about them as a little boy. But then I met Isaiah and then I was like, oh, I can do this. I already knew I could jump. So it was like, oh, okay. Okay, I could be a cheerleader. Along with my mama.
So that was the first thing. Rest in peace to Isaiah, and then also, cool, congratulations on your new position with
Yes.
Plantation.
New
Thank you.
beginnings.
New beginnings.
We looking forward to seeing you. We will be
Absolutely.
there to
And
root you
also,
along
too,
the
this
way.
is gonna be his first season in 2A because Plantation is
Yes.
in 2A.
Yeah, yeah, I'm excited to see that. I said the same thing. And this gonna be a little shady,
We here
but
for
I'm ready for that 218. That's been picking and picking and picking and picking and picking with my son.
Yes.
Yeah, now I'm there. I'm here.
the fourth place team. Mm.
Say that again.
The fourth place team.
Yeah, them.
I sip to that.
Yeah, them. Because y'all don't even understand. Let me tell y'all that story.
Oh.
Hold on, let's toast first before we get into
Oh, okay.
So this is our first time celebrating.
Yes.
We have not celebrated yet, but to let everybody know, we are incorporated.
We are.
Yes, about your business.
We have a lot of things lined up. We have some coaches that have reached out to us as far as coming on the show,
Making trips, visiting for practices,
going practice, stuff
Mhm.
like that. So everything that
Oh,
we
trust me.
do, the people are coming to us
Yes.
for it. Yes, it's definitely manifesting and taking form exactly the way we want to do
Absolutely.
it. So
And I appreciate this because we need this, y'all.
yes, we do.
I mean, they have it for
No.
football, they have it for basketball, they have it for
So
track.
let's
Like,
make it
why not
clear.
us?
So you do see the fact that we have beat faces
Yes,
and
giving.
shirts on. So to piggyback off what Naisha was saying, we're going legit. We're incorporated. So we did our headshot photo shoot today.
Yep.
So those pics are coming soon. We're really taking this platform and branding our name.
Yes.
And we want to thank you guys for supporting us with that because you guys made it possible.
It's y'all.
It's
If it
all
wasn't
y'all.
it wouldn't be no
And
us.
Victor, we thank you.
No.
Definitely.
Our first guest.
I'm the first guest.
Yes.
Oh, now y'all. Cause no, for real. Oh yeah, you know this is gonna be a problem. I ain't gonna lie, a lot of people gonna hate it because it's me.
They can. It's fine.
And so
Just because it's me though, like I get that. I don't know what I do to people.
We don't
You're
But
confident. You're confident in yourself, and you're confident when you do cheer and talk cheer. So I think that's a problem that bothers people.
But you will
I
always,
make their ass itch.
as I'm listening, you will always be one of those coaches that are on top because you have no problem with continuously learning. And
Mhm.
is no matter
And I
how
have no problem with losing either. Like I hate that people think that none of my teams lose. We lose.
yeah,
We lose.
absolutely.
Like especially high school. Like it's so many competitions. It's hard to win them all.
Absolutely.
So like, and it's so much learning. Like it's so much learning. Like people won't understand the things I've seen in them high school competitions. They cheat too.
So cheers.
Cheers.
Yes. Congratulations, ladies.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Let me tell y'all this story though, real quick.
Give
Give
us
us
the
the
tea.
story.
It's shade, honey.
So I'm gonna use names in schools because that's just who I am. So first of all, me and Ronnie were friends.
Okay.
Up into not this season that just passed, the season before BCAA.
We probably got blocked around the same time, but okay.
I got blocked.
Correct. Correct. So we were literally like, okay, I'm a big. What I realized in the high schools is the black teams hate each other and the white squads all together. All of them got the same choreographers and the same coaches. They go around that competition before doing warm ups and they help every team. That's what the white cheer Florida. That's the All Star gym. They help everybody, help all the young people. So I figured, why don't we do this? Like maybe I should start reaching out because I was new. They all been coaching for years, so they ain't got to reach out to me. So I was reaching out. I know running. So me and him started talking on the phone all the time. All the time, like just playing and like, oh yeah, we're gonna do this. We're going extra large, we're gonna do 1 and 2 at BCAA. This was our plan. Piper and Stranahan was to go 1 and 2 at BCAA. Piper and Stranahan went 1 and 2 at BCAA. However, Stranahan was 1. I don't know if all the time that we was talking on the phone that he thought that it should be Piper Stranahan. I don't know. I guess that's your team. I guess I'm not that kind of person. Me, I didn't give a damn. I just wanted to be 1 and 2, so we both can go,
Move on.
So it ain't them other hoes. Them other people. Let's go 1 and 2. That was our conversation every night on the phone. Fast forward, I got first. I went up to congratulate him, and he gave me a cold shoulder and walked out. Threw the trophy down, like he didn't want second place. This was what school that is? Cora Glades. This was at Cora Glades, like 2 years ago. As soon as they got on the bus, the Piper girls started Instagramming our cheerleaders. Y'all know y'all shouldn't have won. Y'all weren't supposed to win. Da 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 da. Y'all cheat. One of them said something about me, and so when they started talking about me, the stuff that they were saying, I was like, well, they have to be hearing this from their coach.
Wow.
Because where this coming from? Like, what's the problem? Little girls don't know me. I ain't saying nothing to them since then. Because the way I see it is, that's stupid. Like, that's stupid. We did exactly what we said do. What is you mad about? Y'all 2A, we 1A. So either way, we not going to see y'all at state.
Yeah.
Right.
Correct.
We literally, and that's what aggravates me the most, because what is we beating for if we don't even compete against each other where it counts?
Yeah.
Like, and that's for everybody. Like, that's why I hate when people be like, oh, Dylan is running here, Dylan versus running here, and Dylan girls better, da da. We don't even compete against them.
Not at all.
We literally don't. We don't even go on the same days.
That part.
A lot of people, and see, that's because people don't understand. So it'd be like,
And on the cheer world.
Yeah.
literally, when I go to states, ain't not one black team I was going against in the extra large 1A division.
Cares.
Not one.
And most of the teams down here are 2A.
Correct. So Stranahan was like,
So
one of the very few.
whether y'all won the minis, the BCAA regional,
What does it matter?
because now you're not my competition anymore. You could go in and I could go in.
But that's what we were
And that was my mind frame.
That's what we were talking about with regionals when we talked about it in regionals.
Having them split up earlier.
They should.
So you know
That they
exactly.
don't compete with each other.
And we the coaches, they have coaches meetings with the ADs and stuff, and we've asked them and they just shot it down.
Wow.
They shoot it down. I think I can't even remember the excuse. And then the lady that's over cheerleading, she retired, so I'm not even sure who took over this year.
Talking about BCAA or
Yeah, Kelly Doucette.
Oh.
She was over like cheerleading. I think she's over cheerleading in one of them other sports, and I think she went to focus more on that sport. So I'm not sure who's like, how it's gonna go this year. I don't know what's going on, but
at BCAA, I understand it because it's like a battle for the
Broward.
But once you go regionals, I think it needs to be split.
Yes, definitely.
I get that, and nobody likes to lose, but I feel like
I'm sorry.
I
She's
feel
looking at everybody's face. I'm sorry. She is looking at everybody's face. I'm like, y'all. Looking at my face.
she did the makeup.
Yes.
She's so funny, dog.
Like, what was that?
Bro, you gotta be stopped, Sade.
I'm sorry.
No, I just think it's stupid. And if the other coaches do watch this, I would like to say that I believe that because me, I talked to Dillard coach Ernest, carry on at Pompano. Actually, all the coaches at Pompano, Deerfield, Ely, um, yeah. Oh, and Miramar.
At the meetings. I see you at the competitions where
Mix
you're
and
going to
mingle and-
mix and mingle and you're talking to the other coaches and
I always try to.
But this year, I think it was better with our coaches. Miramar is always supportive of everybody.
Mhm.
Yes, she
Here, I
and
saw.
see, I know her because her sister was a FAMU cheerleader. So
Oh,
that's how I've been knew her since I was a little younger. So
but
I've nothing but respect for her always.
Western coach was real tight this year.
Mm.
Like they really had a pack this year. So it's getting better, but it's not where it needs to be where you kind of pulling everybody together.
It should be a whole Broward versus everybody mentality when you go there.
And I feel like
Oh,
we should even do like
Coral Springs, Carol City was a part of that group as well.
Yeah.
Oh,
I did I speak to I spoke to the cheerleaders more at camp than the coach, but I did speak to the coach. I used to know they got a new coach, but I used to know the coach, the lady who used to be with Corey.
this year.
But
It
It
was not
wasn't
all of them.
always Broward. It was Corey.
Corey. Yeah, it was Corey. It wasn't
Corey
West
was
Brown.
supporting everybody,
Yeah.
but not all of West Broward was supporting everybody.
Right.
you gotta watch Corey though.
At
Look,
BCAA.
look. What happened?
You gotta watch Corey. Cause he play little games. Like, let me tell you what Corey do. Corey told me some people seem to think that if you leave the black schools, you will have so much more success.
We've had that conversation. Corey is my friend now.
Yeah, we was until we got into it about that whole judging thing. When he judged my team and his team marked half of their routine and they still won, I just felt like it was shady. I ain't felt like it was nothing to fall out by. I was upset about it though, and
You your piece.
I'm always gonna say how I feel about something. So once I said it, and then it was like he got a little defensive, and then we just stopped talking. But last time I seen him, we spoke. So he told me to unblock him. I unblocked him every day. But like.
That's what I like. That's what I like.
Yeah, it's cool. Like it's
I've been
cool.
doing Corey since he had just kind of got out of the Optimist world where he was kind of
He was a messy queen in that Optimus world, honey.
played at the Ravens. So when I got there, he was just kind of separating himself from that. And that's how I kind of met Corey. But
He's an amazing coach, though. I've actually he came out and did a stunt camp for Fort Lauderdale Hurricane Stunt Team. You not this year. Wait, was it this? No, it was the year before. I think I don't know, one of the seasons. Like, and that's me. See if I'm gonna reach out who I know,
Right.
whatever. Corey is an amazing coach. I wish he would coach a black squad up to the potential, but the headache sometimes ain't worth it for some people, and it don't be the dealing with. I think his thing is dealing with the parents in the ghetto.
to do that. And I think what happened with Corey, and this is not really defending him, but I was kind of around during the situation because two other girls that was on his team, their brothers were playing football with my son at the time. But just how everything played out at Carroll Cities for him and that situation where they competed, but they didn't consider cheer a sport yet.
Okay.
But he still the girls. That whole situation. I don't want to really speak on the situation because I don't have all the details, but it played out really bad.
But see, and that's the thing. It'd be a lot.
His mouth. I think
It'd be a lot behind the scenes that people don't know about when you coaching. Like people expect you to parent their kids, and it's crazy to me. Like it's crazy to me.
And also too, it's just that the sport itself is not respected enough. So
Correct.
that way, those coaches, as well as the girls, who was the most important part of the whole, this whole, thing, they're
Hmm.
not getting the support that they need. Like you're
To the
saying,
fact that they fall out of love with it.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And like you said, y'all are practicing outside on the grass or concrete. Y'all got y'all mats. Y'all don't, know if y'all gonna have lighting, the weather. That is ridiculous.
Absolutely.
Here,
Y'all know South Florida weather would rain at 3 o'clock every day, honey, and you would have to cancel practice.
yeah. So at the end of the day, one thing I always say is when you're doing competitive cheerleading, where are you competing at? Inside on some blue mats. You're not competing out the door with no blue mats. You're competing inside. And the best
Like
way,
you need high roofs to practice. Like I feel like they want to stick you in the classroom. Like how can we put a sun up in the classroom?
Oh, how you gonna move all the desks out the way so my cheerleaders can fit in the classroom?
Girl, listen,
I
you would be surprised. It'd be a lot.
it, it, in
Invested.
not even just invested. If it's on their website, if they are treating it like a respective sport, all schools should do the same thing. Period.
But and I have to speak on this as well because all sports are not equal. Even outside cheer is probably the bottom, but
Cause the money, cause football and basketball bring money to the
right,
school.
football is gonna
So
see
It
tickets.
depends on what school you're at and if you're supported by that too. But I
But
digress.
that's true. Cause
like in the athletic director perspective, football is 9 times out of 10 gonna be your ticket seller.
Hmm.
hmm
Where you're gonna most schools use football to get themselves out of the red financially.
Correct. You
I
the host.
remember when Eddie first year Eddie's only year head coach at Dillard, it was said to him like, "Thank you for everything that you did because this first year we weren't in the red." And that's
Absolutely.
at Dillard, where it don't matter what season it is, the people gonna
We'll
come to
support.
the
Mhm.
football games.
Absolutely.
So
Track meets, football, basketball, cheer ball. They do it there. They gonna do it at Dilla Burger.
right. So football is what people expect to financially fund
Mhm.
the athletic department. However,
But
everything
don't expect miracles.
evenly. So if you don't have a good football team, then you look at basketball because that's the next thing that people are going to come to. Baseball, you can't charge tickets for because it's hard to
They do.
close it. At some
It's
schools,
hard to really
it's hard
get
to do
seated.
consistently. At other schools,
Hmm
depending on how it's set up. Cheer, only thing you just said it. The parents not coming, so you really not getting no spectators for that. Honestly, it's no other sport that you're really getting spectators for. Maybe track, but I mean,
hmm
you ain't getting a whole lot of people coming to track meets either. And again, like you said, it depends on what school. So those sports that are held at higher regard are those sports that are bringing money into the
But
school.
I think
Yeah, but I still feel like you should still treat
Oh no, I'm not
people.
doing that.
because
I'm
I
not.
Cause I'm telling you, Shanahan football team, them boys are like a gang at times. Oh God, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that, but sometimes they mob through. Like they done been in big riots, big fights, big everything, hurting people, breaking, and get suspended one game and then they're right back on the field. That's not fair.
true too.
It's not.
Absolutely.
But
And I think that that's absolutely insane that that you allow that type you make the behavior okay for certain people
mhm.
and black sheep the rest for doing the
And
same.
literally, that was the whole like that was, and I feel like that was where a divide came between me and my cheerleaders because they kept asking me like, "They ain't do it to football, Coach Victor. Why you ain't say nothing?" What? And it's like I said something, y'all, but like
But they
They
do
it's
have
not.
falling on deaf ears.
a point. These kids they pay attention to things like that, and you have to. Although you don't want
It's their boyfriends. They know. Oh yeah, I was at the fight. I see. I know what's going on. Like
their feelings and acknowledge their feelings that they see these types of things going on, and although you feel like because they're kids you don't owe them an explanation,
mhm,
you really do owe them an explanation because that's how you stop the behaviors from occurring.
correct. So it was a learning experience. I'll say that. I'm not done with coaching. So even if everything don't work out at plantation, if I gotta go somewhere else, I go somewhere else because my background clean
Clear.
and I can work for the school board.
Hello.
So
Clear.
so it's like I'm gonna do what the football coaches do until I find my niche. Like
Mhm.
I'm gonna keep going to because honestly, a lot of people what they do is they go to their home schools or they. I didn't have that. I got kicked out of every school in Broward pretty much. So it's like to the point where I finished school in Virginia. Actually, if I'm being honest with you, now that I think about it, no, I left Virginia too. And then I came back and I was like, I'm not getting in school for 2 months, and I took the test to get my diploma. So really, I ain't even graduate from a school. I graduated from Broward County Public Schools. Like I ain't even so like a lot of times like I ain't got loyalty to no high schools like that. So it's like my loyalty is the cheer program.
Absolutely.
Period.
But you are needed.
Amen.
Like
You are.
Thank
the,
you.
the type of person that you are, the love for the sport that you are needed. So even if it doesn't work out at Plantation, they just had a coach that was dedicated and improved their program. Now they're gonna upscale to you if it doesn't work out.
And
Now
so and I think that's what people don't get.
for the
Correct.
next coach, and then
Hmm.
for another school, your we don't know what our purpose is. We have no idea.
Hmm.
The only person know that is God Himself. So when we do things, we can't look at it as, of course, we want things that we dream of to come true. However, it ain't always what we want, it's what we're needed for. And you could be that person that does set the bar for cheerleading to advance in Broward County or in South Florida. So
And see,
ever look at it as, you're not doing your job because you have to bounce around, because your job, your purpose could be to keep elevating these schools that are not at that level.
I appreciate that. I really, really appreciate that. Because even with Little League though, it's like that sometimes. Because like even though the coaches at Lakes hate me or the coaches at Lauderdale hate me, the cheerleaders don't. Like they still come to my tumble lessons on the weekend. They see me at the games and at the competitions and run up and hug me, and the coaches be so mad. But it's like I provide a service for cheerleaders. So if they're willing to dedicate their time and be serious about it, that's my best girl. Like I love every person that come to my Tumblr. Like they my Sade, like they my child. Am I wrong?
I just really
Every person that cheered for me.
That's
You know,
intimidation.
to
Like
be
when you're
honest,
very confident and when you
I
know
was
what
gonna
you
say
got
that.
going on,
yeah.
people are intimidated
I
by
was gonna
that.
say that.
If they feel like they can't beat you, and when I say beat, I'm not just talking about on the mat.
Hmm.
It in life in general. If they
Listen, they go after my character all the time.
do what you're doing or do better than what you're doing, they get intimidated. So intimidation is never a nice thing or a sit back and chill thing. It's always a negative vibe that comes from that. Some people gonna always do that. I mean, you seem to
Yeah,
take it like
and
right.
I think yeah, because I don't address a lot.
He don't.
Like I don't address a lot. Like I just be like, all right, like believe what you're gonna believe. Like if it's a blatant lie and I can prove the truth, I'm gonna prove the truth. But I'm not going nick for nat with y'all on Facebook Trash Talk, on Instagram Live.
when did we
See me and keep that same energy
So
because
to see him, on both sides, right? Because the year before I was actually an opponent to
Mhm.
him. And then this
never
year,
treat her no type of way.
I was actually on the same side. To see it both ways, at first when I was on the opponent side, I didn't understand why everybody would say, "Oh, they don't like Coach Victor. They don't like Coach Victor. They don't like Coach Victor." My thing is, every time I've always had a relationship with him, so everything was always cool with
Yeah,
them.
we go back from Parkway. Like my grandma's house was on First
Was
Court.
cool. So then to get on the side where we're on the same team, even though we're not on the same, physical coaching staff, we're on the same team.
Actually, yes, we are. My badge did say 12 years. Don't keep counting me out.
But it looked like to watch him in an atmosphere where like so many people are throwing rocks and stones at him, and instead of him like initially going full force the way that I know Victor can, to see him in more like like child, like let the people have it, like just unbothered. It was just like mind boggling to me because I'm trying to figure out what does he do so bad to make you guys not like him? And to be honest with
I
you,
don't know,
I think
y'all.
it's more of, like you said, an intimidation, because you can't really say anything bad about him. What are you going to say? He's extra. Of course, he's very
Very.
extra, but
But
at the
that's
end of
been
the day,
Victor.
that's
That's
I've
big.
been like that since Bradley States Elementary
I remember
School.
the first time I seen Victor. Victor was at, I can't remember whether the game was at Lakes or the game was at the Hurricanes, but he walked across that field with that net shirt on and those shorts, and I was like, well, what is going on? But
And
he,
see, so now that's what people don't know. Now I'm matured a lot.
huh?
you matured a
I
lot.
matured a lot because back when I was coaching, when it was 135, baby, like was beefing with them girls, like was ready to fight at competition. I think we was getting into it with Lates when it was Lynette, Lynette and Jackie was coaching 135, and we went up against
No,
them.
Becky had the team ahead of her. She had the one that was in
They
between.
coached 1 year together. They coached 1 year together. That year that it was me and y'all remember Big Brandon.
Yeah.
They used
Me
to.
and Brandon coached 135 together 1 year, and they was our competition at Lakes. They coached together 1 year. It was a world war. That was crazy. I was very terrible then.
I see you walk across that field for hello. I said, okay, what is going on? But all right. But
Yes, I used to be so serious about it, baby. I'm going across the field. I'm gonna let them house see me.
to see the progression is refreshing as well.
Absolutely.
But you've always been extra.
It's just you.
It's just me, and you know, like most people don't even like me because of my walk. Literally, it's nothing that I'm doing. It's just always been like I've been walking like that since I was a child. Honestly, actually, when I was born, the doctors wanted to break my legs because they was real bad. So I grew out of it. So my walk and stank is just always been. It ain't like, oh, he just been. It's just always been like that. It don't change. It ain't gonna change. First, people don't like me off that. I'm loud, I'm ghetto, I'm a lot of things that people don't agree with. And I never understand why coaches get held to a higher standard or like teachers get held to a higher standard than somebody's actual parent. What that girl done drop? Her drink?
It was this one. It was this.
That's all right.
So I am extra, but a lot of times, like y'all, I'm sure y'all see it. Anytime y'all see me arguing with somebody, like over chili, 9 times out of 10, I promise to God I didn't start it. I promise you.
That I'm sure of.
Like it's somebody in this league who literally she bothers me every single year, and then make it seem like, and then she play victim, and so, and it just, and I think that's the one person that get under my skin a lot because it's like everybody be like, oh, she's so sweet, oh, we love her, oh, she da 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 da, bitch, I walked past her and she called me faggot. So it's like y'all see one part, I see another, but in to the don't I don't know what I do to make people so mad. I just think that once they don't beat us, it's like automatic beef. I don't have to beef with y'all. Just like I don't know. And then a lot of times I'm gonna say this, and Woofy gonna be mad. A lot of the junk be Woofy,
Huh?
but like a lot of the stuff be Woofy, but they always blame it on me. Like the people just go off on me instead of because I feel like female, if you're trying to argue with another female, you're gonna have to take it there. See, with me, they feel like, oh, we could just do that, and then call our husband, or call my baby daddy, or call my brother. So they mess with me. But a lot of times, like Woosie is the mean coach. Like I'm really not the mean coach. I'm just like strict on what I want and what I like. But I always get the backlash. Always,
I think
always.
you kind of remind me of what my mom always says to me. She was always saying like when people don't like you, it's because they hate how other people love you.
Trace, come through with the wisdom.
With what you have materialistic in your life, where your career is, none of that. But they hate because of the way others love you so much.
And see, that's all it would have to be because I'm not a materialistic person. I don't dress up. I wear sweatpants and like everything I buy turn into chilling clothes or tumbling clothes. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm not really a materialistic person, so I'm not flashy. I'm not like it's only chilling for me. Like only thing come before chilling is my mom. Only thing.
Understandable.
I don't date. I do not date. I feel like it's a distraction for what I'm trying to do right now in my life. So
Okay.
I don't even date. I only focus on chili. And like I literally, my day used to look like get up, I teach, I go to Stranahan, I go straight to Mills Pond, and we get home like 10, 11 o'clock. I shower, eat. Some nights I just fall asleep and don't even eat. Like, and then I wake up at 5 and do it all over again. Like, I don't have time to bring in anything. It's just for me. It's chili and is enough for me.
Understandable.
Uh, a
It,
lot of people think it's weird.
amen. And it'll be somebody that respects your love for cheer and see where you're trying to go and support you in that part. And
And
hope
I think my future husband would have to be a cheerleading coach. He would have to be a cheerleader coach. Like it
You know, I always thought that, like, because I coach track, I thought I was
mhm.
gonna have to date a track coach because we got to be moving on the same accord. You can't
Yeah, that's how I feel.
in football because your football season is not during my track season. So we going I always thought that, but
it panned out for you differently.
it definitely panned out for me different.
Maybe but you know, and I think that
Y'all same
I
season.
feel like
Yeah, we are.
I feel like everybody think that because that's the goal to happiness is to be in love or in a relationship. I don't think that's my happiness goal, and I don't want to rush it. If it is, I think it'll come. I feel like let them make the mistakes while they're young. I don't have time for that. So I would rather just focus on chilling. And chilling is enough for me. Like y'all have no like it's 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 in my everything. Like it's what I watch all day. It's what I do. Like I walk around, spin around, doing motions, trying to make up something. Like it. I think. I think because
Oh, Isaiah.
I think it's because
The
though.
word he used to say,
Okay.
he used to call us non-productive cheerleaders. That's what he used to say all the time.
Non-productive.
I remember that.
Well, and let me tell you why he probably said this. Because girls, for girls, chilling is okay. I could do it if I want to. I could do it like I could do it or not. I could come back. I could go. I could leave. I could go do track. I could dance. I could come back to chilling. But it's boys here that want to cheer, and either they're too scared to tell their parents that they want to be cheerleaders. They too scared somebody gonna think they're gay because not all men cheerleaders are gay. And if you watch cheerleading, you'll know that because the white boys be dating half of the flights.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Even the gay boys, hell, Ladarius on cheer, he was dating Gabby. So
Yes.
like it don't it's not it's like it's crazy. So it's like girls don't really love chilling as much like that. Like they just be like, oh, I'm here to chill for the boys. Whereas like when you get a boy that's in it, it's like, bitch, I'm here. Like I'm getting a chance to cheer. And I feel like that's always how I approach it. Like, yeah, I was a cheerleader with an attitude. I'm pretty sure my coach will tell you, bitch, he used to get on my motherfucking nerves. Like I'm sure, like if Coach Brittany from FAMU, she'll tell you, like, bro, she told me like you've matured so much, like you've come far. Because when I was in college, I was young, I was ghetto, I was snap back, like let's go. Like I'm from Fort Lauderdale, like I'm in Tallahassee. It's different. It's weird. Like you want me to do what? This my biggest issue was because it's college, co-ed son.
Mm.
I ain't left them house. Was exactly what I told them. I'm not doing that, but I had to learn. Like you got to learn because that's the next level. So I just feel like somebody got to like I everybody know I want to coach a little boy so bad. I want to coach a boy chili so bad. I want to train him. I want him doing co-ed stunting at a young age. I want him ready for, you get what I'm saying? Because nobody did it for me. Like, nobody told my mama, like, just let him chill. Like, let him try it. Like, so what people gotta say? Like and I think Sade, I told you this before. It's some boys that I know in Fort Lauderdale who would be happy to cheer, but I'm at a place where I'm scared to approach their parents because I just don't want to. I don't want nobody like, oh, what you trying to say about my son? You get what I'm saying?
Well, you have to approach it differently. You have to introduce them to the sport and show that it's
So
something they can do. Because in college, these boys are getting full scholarships.
Amen.
yes,
Their education paid for. They're getting these opportunities to travel the world to
and
cheer.
I feel like if I would have been given a chance, that would have been me.
Yeah. So
I
this
feel like,
is the
yeah.
platform for you that you can change the narrative. You can introduce, boys to cheerleading and show what can transpire from them cheering by
I'm
showing them they
telling you.
can go to college. You
And
know,
that's what I'm trying to do with FLA has a boy, Latourance. And I'm so sad because he's so mad at me right now because he transferred to Stranahan to cheer for me because they was really treating him bad over there at BA. And he transferred to cheer for me and then now I'm leaving. Like it broke my heart because I do want to coach him through high school. Like he got so much potential. What you
Like,
said?
he can transfer again.
I agree, but I think it's something with his
every season.
I think it's something with his home. I don't know if they're gonna transfer him and stuff like that, but I am gonna try to ask him.
We got an address for him.
Okay,
We got an address.
so do you have anything that you want to say before we, end this episode?
Um, First of all, thank you all again. Congratulations.
Pleasure.
Thank
Um, so I guess for the people that's watching that don't, because my cousin literally, she lives in Atlanta. She been here for years. She came over here literally 2 days ago, and the first thing she said was, "My homegirl told me you was crazy as fuck. You so crazy. This is so. I think it's a perspective out there that like I'm just this crazy coach, like this rude, mean man. I am not. I am not.
Oh, look, cause I heard about you too at plantation. I can't even lie.
I know, and this is you would be surprised how much I hear that. Like when people be like, my like they used to be like, my daughter come to Stranahan and that shit, but she's so scared to cheer for you. And it's like, why? Because my cheerleaders actually really love me. Like we real cool. Like I'm very cool. Like I'm just when it's time to practice, it's time to work. I don't believe in no. You don't. I don't have downtime at my practice. It should never be a downtime. I barely remember to get on water breaks. So it's like, yes, my expectations are, I guess, crazy, but they work. So like, just trust in me. Like I'm
Process.
yeah, like I'm in there. But any of the coaches at Lakes, a lot of Hill, any other part this year, please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Y'all keep bothering me. Just leave me alone. I don't know you girls. I don't want to know y'all. I don't want to be enemies, but I don't want to be friends with nobody. I literally come to practice. I don't even walk around Mills Pond Park. I'm not even friends with half of the people there. If I'm moving around that park, it's to another team practice. So like, just let me coach. Just please, everybody, just let me coach. Leave me alone and let me coach. Like, don't expect nothing from me. Don't. I don't know. It's hard. I don't even know y'all. Like, y'all have to understand. These last few years have been horrible for me. Like personal life wise. My mom, my dad both got cancer. Same month. My dad died 30 days. My mom been fighting. So like these years have been crazy for me. And then you got the one thing I love and people trying to take it from me or just fucking with me. And it's like, it's amazing that I ain't snapped out yet on nobody. It's amazing. But just leave me alone. If you don't like me, okay. Don't say nothing to me. Don't, just please. I'm trying so hard to go. Like I'm trying to work on my reputation, and it is being overshadowed with the negativity of what y'all think about me when y'all don't even know me. Nobody knows me if you didn't cheer or you didn't coach with me. Like you don't really know me. I don't do nothing else. Like I don't hang out like much. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't with. I'm not. I'm just not that type of person that I think everybody think I am or that I should be. I just want to coach. So like, I don't ask for much. I don't ask for much. I just want to coach. So if everybody could just let me do that and leave me alone, I would be so much happier.
And this is how we gonna end it. Let you coach. That's it.
Like,
Let them go.
thank you.
Um,
Hashtag let me coach. I'm putting on a shirt this year.
so, do we have any questions? Anything that we want to say? Prior to us, end of this episode.
What is one piece of advice that you can give Sade for her next season? Because she's been asking, but since you're there and you see her, what is one thing you could tell her?
Um, I would say, hmm, fuck everybody
Period. Okay, so leave her alone.
because
She need to leave them alone.
it was hard on her. I think because they was really messing with her because she came to Hurricanes like it was some crime to switch parties, but nobody says nothing to the coaches. They do it every year for football. It's like life happens. People decide to split. People go different ways. Let her coach. She's an amazing coach. She's an amazing coach. She built her girls. Like she really built her girls. Like I don't think people know that. Like just because we coach at Hurricanes don't mean that all the same girls come every year. Her team was the team the year before Tyria them coached. So a lot of they girls left because Tyria them weren't coming back. Or they had to move up to 13U. So her girls wasn't even from the 11U the year prior. She just really had all new girls. So it's like, shut up. Let her coach.
That's the word
Because
they say. People cold.
they won't understand how hard it is because you don't even know where I started at. Because Jesus Christ, she know my favorite cheerleader on her team was Hannah. Hannah ain't know shit about cheerleading, and she was a flyer, and she came through. Probably had the best kick full at competition.
Before competition.
Like I was on Hannah the whole season since all through our part. Like, bro, come on, Hannah. Like, so like I think that people think I don't know. I don't know what people think. I think that people should understand you don't keep points like basketball and football with cheerleading. The points are way different. It scales. So just because you don't like somebody's routine or you think somebody else's routine was so much better, don't mean shit. Sade was a fourth away from first place for 12 years. So I feel like everybody should stop sitting on their laurels when they feel like, oh, I'm just a big dog. I won first place. You barely won it. Like,
But the kids,
yes, she still won. I ain't gonna take that from her. Date and the routine was real good. I said this, Sade. I'm always gonna say this.
Same girls.
since 9U, so
I've never had
therefore,
the same girls.
I agree. And so with that being said, I feel like it should have been better.
Yeah,
And that was the conversation I told her too. Don't get me wrong.
Talk.
If you getting choreography done,
oh wow, I didn't know that part.
yeah,
Oh,
choreography was
yeah.
done for them, and I did everything from scratch with the help of coach.
it's 3 teams on that part that do choreography, I believe, from Top Gun. They 12U, they 13U, and who else was it? It was one other little team on that part. It's certain so they do choreography, so I don't understand why everybody always go online and be like, oh, y'all got y'all choreography done, y'all got y'all choreography done.
Remember that was the problem that we had when we were there. They
But
was
okay, so I'm gonna say this.
If you got a choreographed routine, then
you still have
It's not. You still have to coach it because if it ain't working, you gotta upgrade it, downgrade it.
however,
it's not a big deal to get choreography.
It's not.
Top Gun gets choreography.
Right.
They coaches don't maybe they coaches is the choreographers, actually, I think at TGLC. But like the rest of them teams, they hire people. Navarro, if y'all watch the documentary on Netflix, if you've seen it, somebody comes in and do their routine.
Yeah.
So like it's what happens, but what they don't understand is, are you teaching the skills?
Right. They can
Because
teach all day, but if you're not teaching the basics or the foundation to get those stunts up that they told you to do, it's not going to work. So she still has to coach the choreography. However, those girls, you know them very well, so you know how to get the choreographer tailored to your girls. Came in and did her thing. And I like how we're transitioning, because we talked about high school, we talking about Optimus, because we are also doing Optimus, Victor.
you know what's so funny? I was gonna ask y'all if y'all was gonna coach.
No, we're not coaching.
No.
Why?
We're covering Optimus.
The same
Oh,
thing.
okay.
High school with cheer chatter we're gonna do it for Optimus.
Makes sense, because girl, I swear to God, if we had a reality TV for Little League, for FYFL, girl, we'd be rich. They'd be like, Coach Diana, who? Because I'm telling you, it'd be so much going on. But I don't know. I just feel like people need to understand, like, in Chile, and choreography comes with it. People get choreography done. When we got our choreography done, and this is what a lot of people don't know. 2 years ago, we got choreography done from Top Gun. His name is Jordan. He coaches for UFO, I believe. He coached a few teams at Top Gun, whatever. He did our choreography, and he also did Lake's 13U choreography. And if y'all go back and watch those routines from 2 years ago, they look the exact same almost. The only thing is, we changed ours. We changed a lot of stuff, or we would have pretty much had the same.
Y'all had spirit fingers. Y'all had a Pulaski.
With my daughter.
If I'm being dead ass serious, girl, he did put in some Michael Jackson Thriller, like they had to step up on their toes. He was doing some crazy weird shit. Our girls, as soon as he walked out that door, they said, Coach, I got to change this routine. We don't like it. We changed our whole routine. Like, I think we left maybe some of the transitions in one piece of the pyramid, but that's the thing. Like, you got it. So we wasted thousands of dollars just to turn around and redo the whole routine, me and Coach Tay.
Correct.
That's the risk that you run when you get choreography, is that there's a possibility that the person who is doing the choreography
is just a human being. Because, girl, he came in that bitch and he did everything off the top of his head. And I remember saying, bitch, he over there making this up. Like, y'all not, like, he's doing it as, like, and I had took it serious. Like, girl, I sent this man, is it still in my notes? No, I usually delete notes. A long thing with all the skills in my routine that I wanted, that we had, that we needed, that I know we would have by competition. Girl, that bitch ain't doing none of that. So it's like, you know, you just, that's the part of coaching. Can you really coach? When something goes wrong, can you fix it? Like, without going crazy and like making excuses. I feel like it's so many excuses once people lose. They talk shit all through the 10 games, and then when they don't win, they want us to just shut up. No, not doing that. Y'all bullied me all season. Now I'm on you.
So now that you took this season off, well, I wouldn't say purposely, but you were absent from this particular. What was some of the highlights that if you were able to attend any of the competitions or talk to any of the other coaches? What was some of the the highlights that was discussed?
I ain't go.
You ain't go.
I ain't go.
I was just saying,
I ain't go.
What about state?
Nope.
I ain't go.
Did you watch it?
I was here. No.
Aww. Did you hear about it?
It wasn't like I didn't want to. I planned on watching states, but I think my mama had an appointment or something happened that I got, like, I lost track of time, and then it was like, damn, that was like, it was too late already, or something like that.
Okay.
Aww.
Well, yeah, and Sade sent me like all the videos, but no, I was just, it was too many things going on. I wasn't coaching no more. I was trying to come up here and make sure everything was good. Like I wasn't in the space to really like watch it.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
But I don't even know. All I know is that Dillard won, Piper lost.
The shade.
I literally don't know who else.
Oh my
I don't
God.
know nothing else about nobody else.
Oh,
Like I don't know
Miramar.
nothing to do
I
it.
told you about Miramar.
Huh?
I told you
Oh
about
yeah, Miramar. Miramar did win. I'm sorry, Miramar
that.
did win.
I got
I
blocked.
was really happy for Miramar. You think what now?
I
She
got
said
blocked.
she got blocked.
And I ain't even do nothing.
Blocked by who?
I got blocked.
Blocked by... Oh. Probably because y'all from Dillard. I don't know.
I
Is
felt
you?
all this
Last
time.
year after regionals,
Yeah, you know, girl.
I got blocked. It was after state because
It is.
we
It is.
because like you were saying that y'all were friends.
Oh, what I don't like is that Piper Pride. That's what I meant to say. Now I don't like that everybody was doing because I think Corey did it too. And what really pissed me off about the Bobcat Pride is the fact that me and Corey used to sit on the phone a lot. And Corey was like, I think it's time for you to change your cheer. I think you just need to let Dragon Pride go, like just change up, make a new cheer. To the fact that we was on the phone like cheering, like trying to make a new cheer for Australia. And I was like, no, I'm so big on tradition, I'm just gonna keep it. And the very next year he was doing it.
I know this year they only had about 3 words.
Who that?
West Broward.
Wes Broward?
Why I
Good.
remember it because he said they went to Chase
Camp.
and on their score sheet, I think it said it was difficult to follow, so he had to change it, and it was only like 3 words, and I hate it. Like they did very well on their cheer. Their cheer was amazing. I just like some words in the cheer.
Because why not?
We all noticed that they went to Piper Pride, but I liked for Piper.
Yeah.
I did like it.
I do too. I'm not gonna lie.
For Piper.
That was
When I first heard it, I was like, bitch, what for Piper? But then I think it started growing on me. It was weird, but it was for them.
And then their signs did the same. It was
It popped. I agree. It was creative. He should have stayed with that.
I know that.
But then again, I don't know what the score sheet says, so maybe the judges ain't like it.
That's true. That's very true.
I thought it was catchy. I like a cheer that makes me do this.
No,
Like I want to
I think it
like I want to go with you.
in the cheer because it was pop for Piper and it was something else right afterwards. It wasn't just pop for
It was
Piper.
like 2 different cheers put together.
Because Dilla had that issue this year, the transition between one set of words going into another.
Because you gotta do the color shout. So it's like,
and I think do a color shout and it just did not flow.
I'm gonna ask you this.
I hate color shouts.
Oh Lord.
If you had a team and their colors was burgundy, maroon, or purple, would you do color shouts?
His face.
I would probably try to do, but I would leave some of them out maybe. Like I probably would do big red, like you know how you do a big red or like go big red or something like that. Let's go probably big purple or
big purple.
Or no, I'm sorry. As soon as I said it, I heard it. Then I thought about it. So I would try to be creative somehow, some way.
I asked because them 3 colors, if I had a team that was burgundy,
purple is
maroon,
purple hits
or
a nerve
purple,
because of how
I ain't doing a color shout. I'm not.
But South Plantation, you don't like
HHS.
Go.
They sing it.
And see, that's the thing. That's the thing. I heard they look for a new coach too. But that's the thing. That's why I didn't want to go coach there, even though I went to high school there.
That sings purple. Like it was some schools from other areas that sing purple as well.
Purple. Yeah.
It's impossible to not sing purple. But burgundy, it's like it's too many syllables. Burgundy.
And so that's where you gotta be creative. Yeah, you just gotta find a different way of going about it.
Maroon. I don't
what the judges want you to do is they want a crowd participation. So they want to shout. They want the crowd to say something back. It don't have to be your color.
Sharks. We want not new colors.
But see, and so with South Plantation, it's hard because it's not even SHS, it's SPHS. So like they got 4 letters, and then
Well,
like
they do South. They spell out South.
that's probably the best bet because what you gonna do, Paladin?
And go big gold. Right.
So, only thing I can say for Paladin is Paladin Pride.
Yeah, I think
And they
one
shouldn't
year.
have.
And I said 1 year. I think 1 year they spelled that paladin, and it was like
All day.
maybe
That was too
maybe the
long.
show last year.
Took all day.
I would do go big gold and South.
See, that's what I'm saying. Just yeah, be creative, something like that. That what sound? Yeah, that would be way better. And then I probably would get a white uniform, or even like a white uniform with just gold letters and like traced in purple or something like that. Like I would play on that.
I don't mind the color itself.
It's not.
It's just saying it in a chair.
Mhm.
It's first of all, girls these days they sing anyway.
Oh my God, it's so aggravating.
Try to get them to say
I'd be like, y'all mumble cheering, like it's like mumble rap. Like it's what are we doing? Cut your words, enunciate, diaphragm, let's go. And so that's what the problem is. A lot of coaches not coaching, they don't know.
I'll talk about that because
Ooh.
some of the teams that we saw this past season,
It was a lot of new,
a lot of new coaches.
a lot of new coaches that you could definitely tell have not
Mhm.
trained.
Because it's getting popular now, and I'm glad. Like, come on, come coach at high school. It's fun. It's an experience. But don't just come do it because you want the paycheck. Because baby, you ain't getting paid like that. And girl, they pay you whenever they want to. That stipend come whenever it want to come.
They do.
yep.
Yes. So if you looking for that to pay your bills, then no.
Most of
Because
that
like
spent right back on cheer.
on cheerleading, yes, you pay for the music. You got to buy the music. You got to like it. Just be a lot. It
And
be a lot.
okay, this my last question.
Keep going. I'm good. I ain't got nothing to do.
No, this is just these are things that really touch my spirit. So I had to ask that.
I can talk cheerleading all day.
And can.
That part.
What do you think about the Olympics that's gonna happen?
Oh Lord.
Okay.
House,
Because
So
I'm gonna lose.
so
Korean, Japanese, and Chinese.
Listen,
Oh,
every time I see
so
a video,
so the thing I need to know, I need
they be
I
throwing
need to understand the rules for Olympics, and I think that's why I ain't bought into it. Because even with NCAA for college, I was like, damn, I need to know like some of these rules because some of the stuff, like say for instance, oh, this is gonna open up a wormhole. Hold on, back it up. Yes, I'm excited for the Olympics. I'm glad cheerleading is finally. So now maybe that'll make people like, oh, bitch, my daughter can go to the Olympics for cheerleading.
right.
So maybe now they'll start like taking it more seriously. Hmm. But the rules is a thing. I want to know if they're gonna be competing against China and shit, because China gonna flip off some shit and they don't care.
Exactly.
But see, the difference is with those international teams, they can't cheer.
Foreign, they don't even have to be cheering. They
They
can be
lose at Worlds though, y'all.
yeah, they be throwing the boys and they be stacking up like 5
Mhm.
stories. We lost. We don't do
Yeah,
that.
no, but see, that's the reason why we win because they can't do that at competition because the rules.
Okay, well, we need to find the rules.
So that's what I'm saying. Like I need to see the rules because I need to know if they competing.
Are they saying words? Because everybody.
And that's another thing. They do have to do a cheer. Y'all never seen it? Like, yeah, they do a cheer. They have to cheer and they can cheer in their language. And then like some of the words,
Is it in English or is it in their native language?
it's in Chinese, but sometimes like they'll say certain words.
And you can tell.
But
I'm gonna need subtitles at the bottom.
thank you. But I remember watching University of Bangkok.
Huh?
University of Bangkok is one of their schools. Amazing. Stunting and shit. But the cheer is where they lose it. They can't cheer. So that's what we would win because whoever's coaching Team USA, I'm pretty sure, bitch, they gonna know the rules.
Of course.
So like they gonna stack the score sheet to win. So I feel like we probably can win because if we have a smart coach.
I think where we are at an advantage is that we actually started cheer, like cheer originally in the US.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody's like learning cheer through us. So we're kind of ahead of the game. But
Because I remember cheering for Coach Josh,
But
international team
time
ex.
goes on and
Okay,
they
so-
find these little 5-year-olds to put.
Oh no! I'm pretty sure now that it's an Olympic sport, China, baby, you're gonna beat them 1 or 2 times. But baby, they finna have a whole program built around that shit in a minute. I'm telling you, they're not gonna.
I understand when Japan became a baseball country.
I like to think that the discipline in those countries helped them with everything to excel at everything.
I agree.
Definitely.
I agree.
I think that is
Because
paramount.
I just think that they have the mind frame where it's like, bitch, perfection, nothing less.
Yeah.
So, but what I was finna say was, I just watched College Nationals. Oh, how can I say this without being mean? Okay,
Part.
so so I showed my friend who nothing about Chile. I showed him Weber State, who won grand champs. They beat everybody. So why everybody keep talking about Navarro? Weber State is who they should have watched.
Yeah.
Navarro, TVCC, Texas Tech, and then we watched all the HBCUs. His first question was,
When you just pop.
his first question to me was, these bitches at the same competition?
Right.
Because it's like, because at College National, it's the inside and it's the outside, because there's so many teams. So it's like, y'all should have seen me on screens, multiple screens, trying to go click and watch the schedule, who coming up next on the inside. It was a lot. The HBCUs are not prepared for that world. And so the worst thing that could have happened to us was them taking away our SWAC chilling competitions and our MEAC chilling competitions. I think they need to put those back on, and we need to do those before we go to NCAA. Because these girls is throwing fulls and doubles at community colleges, TVCC, community college.
Navarro.
Thank you. And at an HBCU, y'all throwing 3-back handsprings.
And that's it.
Y'all doing show and goes.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Showing goals and just
I swear to God, if you watch I watch FAMU, I watch North Carolina ENT,
Southern.
I watch Jackson State, I watch Southern, I watch when I'm telling y'all, the skills weren't there. They was doing shit I don't allow my my little league girls to do.
I sent them a couple, and I was like, they wouldn't have won our high school competition.
If you seen Bethune, they wouldn't have won FYFL.
They definitely wouldn't have. They wouldn't have won the
But see, let me tell you what Bethune is losing at.
competition.
They
They
trying
wouldn't have won the family talent show.
They thought
these
they
people trying to have a celebrity. They trying to have a celebrity cheerleading coach, and it ain't doing them no good. First of all, Royce did cheer for FAMU, but I don't think she ever did competition at FAMU.
Listen,
For one, I cheered with her because they let the alumni come back. Okay. When she started coaching them, they went live for tryouts. I spent hours watching that live. Bitch, I was mad. It's like when she cheered for who? The Orlando Magic, I think. That's dance. Professional cheerleading is dance. They shouldn't even call it cheer.
but when she was at film, she was also a part of Mahogany. She's a dancer.
that's what.
So she's not doing nothing for that team, and it pisses me off. And I don't give a damn that it's Bethune. I care that it's a black HBCU cheerleading team, and it looks a mess.
Already been pouring in. The complaints have been pouring in.
Girl, I wanted to send an email to the athletic director and tell him I would move to Daytona to coach
I
him.
need you to. I need you to.
But see, that's the thing. That's my ultimate goal is to coach a college, HBCU, not a college.
I need you to. I need you to send that email, and I guarantee you got some backing. And I'm telling you,
because
you got some backing.
But see, what confuses me is why did they even hire her? Where did she come from? She never went there.
They wouldn't have won that backyard competition. They wouldn't have won the family talent show.
She never went there. I don't understand why they hire her. They have real cheerleaders who went to school. When I was cheering for FAMU, Mario and all them, them niggas was good. Like they was good. We was neck and neck, like second, third, first, second. Like we was.
Our
So I don't
university
understand.
a transition where it's almost to the point where they do not want alumni to come back to be of any type of support or help. So right now it's almost as if it's someone who is qualified to do it and they graduated from Bethune Cookman, they're gonna go look elsewhere.
Hmm.
Like
That's,
That's
oh shit.
that's so stupid. That's so stupid. Wait. I missed something. I caught a little bit, but I missed a little bit. Hold on.
basically,
It-
Cookman and Dilla going through the same scenario. They,
uh,
they they want people that's gonna ride their coattail and not who's really there for the improvement of the school.
Let me tell you one last issue I have. The Florida HBCU teams, um, restricting it to no boys, that's not fair. You know how many boys come from Florida and don't get a chance to cheer because none of the colleges allow boys to cheer? Bethune got boys, but none of them hit the mat for competition.
Yeah, private school, so they can kind of do the rules a little different with Bethune.
But none of their boys hit the mat for competition.
Interesting.
So
How is co-ed on the college level? Like, what's considered co-ed?
two, I believe two boys. Well, I think it depends on small co-ed. I mean, small co-ed, large co-ed. So the number varies. But Southern is co-ed. Jackson State went co-ed.
Yeah, I saw.
In Southern, I love them. That they in all the HBCUs are in the same bucket though. All of them need skills. All of them are lacking skills. All of them are lacking skills. They're too spending too much time on band dances
Yes.
and stumping and shaking.
Oh my
Yep.
God, I can't stand it.
They don't have skills.
I tell you, this thump and shake just make my nerves.
I think it has its place,
Yeah,
It does.
has
It
its
does.
the
place.
gym, and
So
that's it.
should be restricted to basketball.
Girl, 9A is everywhere.
Because I don't even see a place for it in football because I feel like when you're stumping and shaking, you're not cheering on the team, and that's what you're there for. Of
Mhm.
course, the band plays music, you give a little dance routine.
It's a That's why I like the school. I don't know. I'm sure y'all seen them on Instagram from Monroe High School.
Yeah,
They stump and shake, but they stump and shake cheers are actual cheers.
defense,
Yeah.
offense.
So it's like, yeah, like y'all, the HBCUs need help. So I don't know. I don't know. They need some help. They need some help. Flomo didn't even compete. I don't think they even went. Edward Waters, I don't know if they were. Who else in Florida? Like it's just like I was rooting them on because a HBCU is just the love for me. I don't see no other way.
It's the
But
same when we talk about Dillard, Stranahan, BA, Ely,
mhm. So it's on every level.
Cooper, Plantation. It's the same kind of love. You
Mhm.
want to see everybody do well.
Hmm.
Nothing wrong with that.
Well, Victor, we definitely thank you so very much for taking time out on Sunday to speak with us. We make me have to do a part two another time.
Yeah, we might have to revisit.
We want
Yeah,
to-
I got so much more stuff we could talk about, y'all. It's so much stuff that I want to change systematically, but I always feel like I think I have imposter syndrome. So like I always feel like somebody gonna come and say, "Bitch, you don't got the credentials to be here." Like, what you doing coaching here? Like, and I feel like I always felt like that at high school. Like, I felt like I didn't belong. Like, who are you to be a high school coach? But I think I'm finally starting to realize, like, I'm good at it and I'm doing something good. So, like, I got so much stuff that I want to do, but I'm just scared because I don't like to fail and I don't like to do stuff alone. But it's so much stuff systematically. Like, I want to be on the board for FYFLC. Like, this my last year coaching in Little League. I want to be on that board. Like, I I hate that they don't respect cheerleading. We have a whole board of cheer, and none of them respect cheerleading but Coach T. And like None of them, like, see, me personally, there's a coaches conference in Tennessee in July that I'm trying to go to. I'm always trying to learn. I feel like if you're over an organization for cheer, you should be doing that kind of stuff. Y'all should know the rules. Y'all should know how to teach these skills. They do not. So they just be going along to get along. So like I want it to change systematically. Cause everybody know that South Florida has some of the best cheerleading. Like I've coached in Georgia for 2 years. I did Little League when I was up here. It's not the same.
It's not.
It's not the same. The competition's not the same. The skill's not the same. So it's like, why not make it better?
Second, yeah.
Yeah, like, and it's just like they don't care. Like I don't think Tony Brinson don't care about FYFL. They just care for.
Step down.
Yeah, she's
Oh
not.
yeah, I forgot. You're right. So and then, so who's gonna replace her?
Well, technically, I don't think her opinion would have mattered because she said Piper way better than Dillard.
Well, her opinion wouldn't matter because she was only there for Lakes for real. She only cared about Lakes, so she probably was just there doing Stacy bid. Honey, who knows?
Anyway, if you ever want to talk, bounce ideas, because now we have a platform where we can, make as coaches your voice is heard.
I appreciate it.
Things with us where you don't want to feel like you're alone. You got 4 sisters here. That's
I appreciate it, y'all, and I'm so honored to be the first guest. Like, thank y'all. Once when you asked me to do it, I just was like, damn, people want to hear what I got to say, because like I'm so passionate about it. I really feel this. Like this is how I feel. I just didn't. I like I said, I feel like I'm always in a room that I'm not supposed to be in.
My sister said about us all the time. She talking about, oh, you a bit to get on my nerves. I can talk about you all day long. I said, you just be hating.
Yeah, like I be telling. Listen, I'm telling you, like people. My friend Jarrell, he hate cheerleading because of me. Like he be like, listen. We got to talk about something else. There's so much going on for you to just be trying to talk about what happened at your practice. I don't care. Like, his niece was on my team last year, and like he just didn't give a damn. Like, I don't care about cheerleading, but I don't want to talk about it. Like, let's talk about something else, bitch. It's some tea going on. Like, it's it's just me. So yes, always whenever y'all want to talk, y'all got questions.
Same thing, vice versa.
Absolutely.
Yes, thank y'all.
All right. Well, we thank everyone that took time to listen to the live. This is our first time going live, so I think this won't be our last time going live.
I don't think this gonna be our
This
last.
won't be our last time going live. So we definitely will work on so we get more viewers.
You got IG?
Yes.
I got
IG, Twitter, Spotify, Facebook,
Twitter is too toxic.
YouTube.
Yes. So we're still trying to work out the kinks on certain things, so that way we're able to, build up our following, especially on YouTube. That way we can put all this information out on a bigger, bigger platform and be able to just share a lot more. So thanks everyone for listening, tuning in. Until the next episode of Cheer Chatter.
Remember, we're all things cheer.
We're all
things cheer.
I wish you all the best of luck. Thank you.
Thank you.
I wish you was here so we could give you a big old hug.
I'll be there soon.
Yes.